the United States, they ask you to work like, I hope everybody of you know that ACGME, they have their certain guidelines. They're like, you should not exceed 80 hours a week. Your duty should not exceed more than that. So most of the program, they ask you to work from 70 to 80 hours. So here in my program, we start our day at 7 a.m. in the morning. Like, you have to be on the floor. And then we go to the, we just have a look of the patient chart. Like, you go and see the labs, like what's happened at night. You get sign off, from your friends. They're going to tell you, they're going to update you everything, what happened at that time. And then you have a look what's going on with the patient. And then you directly go to the patient room. And then you ask, like, how they are doing, how was the night, how was the sleep. So we ask a couple of questions, and then we prepare ourselves for the round. And then the round starts at 9 with the attending, and then you complete your round like by 1, sometime by 2, or by 11. It depends how many patients you are seeing. And generally we complete by noon. And then you have a lunch, and then you work on your notes. You discuss the case with your attending, like some interesting case. And then you work on your note. And then, like, if you have any questions, like, you have to work for a patient. Like, suppose you got one new admission in the morning, then you have to dive in the case, like, okay, what will be my plan for this patient? So we come up with the plan, and we put some order, and this is how we sign off. By that time, it is 7 p.m. So our schedule is 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day here in, like, Florida. So it depends, like, in which part of United States you are, like north part, northeast, and south. So south, most of the hospital, like HCA, they prefer, they ask the resident to work from 7 to 7 p.m. 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. It looks challenging, but the good thing is, like, you get 1 day off. So like Sunday, like every Sunday we get off. So that's a good thing. It's fixed that you will have off on Sunday. That's a good thing. But at the same time, we have to work from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So it's not, and if you are on night floor, then you work from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. and you get off. So you cannot, like, they don't ask you to work more than 12 hours. And if you are in clinics, then we say clinics as a honeymoon time, like honeymoon period, because you have a little, relaxing hour. Yeah. So you start at 8 and you work up to 4, 5, and then you are off. So the clinics are really relaxing.
Okay. So do you have a specific admissions day? Like in India, we usually have an ad day specific. Like usually it's the Mondays.
Yeah, that's a good question. So, like, on the floor, it depends with whom you are working. So here, the ACGME guideline, they try to maintain the guideline. So they make sure that you don't have more than 2 admission, 1 resident a day. So the ACGME, like, they say, like, you can have like 4 to 5 patient and old patient and 1 to 2 admissions. So suppose if you are with attending who is going to have like 5 new admission on the same day, like on Sunday, like my unit, if my attending is going to have 5 new cases, then probably he will give me not more than 2. And the other resident, this is how they divide. So they don't ask you for 1, max 2, not more than that. And the day, as far as the day is concerned, as it's the same way it works. Like Sunday, if Monday is my admission day, then Tuesday is going to be the other unit's admission day.
Okay.
And one thing I would like to add, which I have noticed here in the US, like, the admitting physicians are different. So there are certain physicians who are allocated just to admit the case. It is not your attending who is admitting. So there are admitting physicians who is from the floor, but they are in the ER just to admit the case. So once they admit, you get a call, and then you go and receive, and this is how you bring the patient to the floor. So it's a little different, but the same way as you said, we have like alternate day. This day your unit, the other unit. This is how it works.
Interesting. I hope it
Uh,
doesn't bring to burnout soon, the 7 to
uh,
7 work.
yeah, uh, it's a challenging questions like how you define burnout. Like when I came from Nepal, I have seen my resident working from 36 hour, and we have a couple of residents from PGI, and my friend,
Mm.
he is a surgeon actually. uh, he graduated like 2 years back, and he's an ENT surgeon, and he was saying, oh my god, it's nothing for me here. I was like working, I used to sleep every third day. He was saying like that to me. And even in Nepal, I have seen my senior resident working from like 34 non-stop 36 hour, and then you sleep, then 36 hour, then you sleep.
Yes,
So
yes.
if you compare those things with the here in the US, it's far way relaxing.
Yes.
And uh, like they make sure you are not admitting. It depends on in which program you are, but here in my program, they are not going to give you more than 5 cases a day for a first year resident. Like
Okay.
I do have some of my friends who are in Pennsylvania. So their program makes sure they are not going to have like more than 3 cases a day. So they are not pushing you harder. You have enough time to work on you just on 5 patients, which is nothing compared to our part of the world from where we come, like India,
Right,
Nepal,
right,
Pakistan,
right.
Bangladesh. So yeah, as far as that is concerned. And the duty hour, like you get after every 12-hour shift, you get 12 hour off. So
Right.
that's a like you're gonna have time to do your stuff, and every week you get off. So it's not like once, like in our part of the world, you get off, I think, once a month or twice a month, not more than that. But here, yeah, the people say HCA is little tough for the resident schedules, but our program, like we are affiliated with university, so university makes sure that they are not pushing you harder, because university, they have they send their students to different programs throughout the South University of Central Florida, so they make sure that you are not exceeding like 80 hours. So you have to log your duty schedules every day. And suppose one of my friends mistakenly entered more than 80 hours. He got the hospital got a call from university, like what's going on there, my residents are working more than this. So and then the program, the program coordinator, she called like, who has we are not, I don't know how it happened, and then we changed. So it was a mistaken. So they are very strict if you exceed more than 80 hours. So I will say we don't work more than 12 hours a day. Like although like it's not 80 hours, 72 hours. Sometimes we feel burned out. Continuously every day you wake up in the morning and you go at 7 a.m. You come, by the time you come here, it's 7 p.m. It looks like burnout, but when I compare myself with my fellow resident in Nepal, and then I feel, oh no, I'm in a better position. So I would say,
Yeah.
so you're gonna adapt. Even you're attending, like my attending, they work from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So sometimes I think he's attending and he's working from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and I'm a resident, so I'm not working more than him. So why should I feel burnout? This is how I convince myself.
Right. Yeah, that's a good way, I think.
Yeah.